Mid-season tier list, season 2 for Street Fighter 6. Let's get to it. So, before I get started, I just want to say that all the characters in the roster currently are viable. It's just that some characters, or I would say fighters, I'm gonna call them fighters. It's just in this case, some fighters are better than other fighters. And so the tier list is gonna be D tier, C tier, B tier, A tier, and S tier. The difference between the tier list as a D tier, basically with the D tier, these fighters is like I said, everybody's viable, but you got to play perfect. Got to play damn near flawless. If you play an offline or online tournament, you got to play flawless because all the other fighters in the other tiers can pretty much abuse you if you don't play flawless. That's if you and then the C tier, this pretty much the specialist characters. These are the characters that people specialize in, and then with that note, just like the D tier, you have to play flawless, but they got a little more oomph than the D tier fighters. B tier, these are pretty much your secondary or your pocket characters. I mean, some people main them, some people are character specialists with the B tier, but at the end of the day, these are the pocket characters. These are the characters that a lot of pro players are using as their secondary because they match up better with the other against other fighters than their actual main. Then there's the A tier. A tier is like, this is the top tier. This is the top tier list. The only reason why they're not in S tier is because they were either nerfed or they don't have as many options or use the meta, I would say the mechanics of the game better than the S tier rankings, the S tier fighters. S tier, finally S tier. S tier is basically the top of the top, the creme la de creme. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going D, C, B, A, then S. Starting off with D tier, we have MARISA, E.HONDA, DHALSIM, and Jamie. In the case of MARISA, remember in season 1 she was beating everybody with her unga bunga tactics. Well, come to find out, a lot of people have adapted and grown, and she has suffered, and she has fallen to like the bottom of D tier, like the bottom of the barrel. A lot of people have learned how to stop her and learn how to rush her down and learn how to make most of her moves like inexistent, so to speak. She really doesn't have a reversal. She has an okay anti-air, but a lot of people have learned how to abuse it and how to get in and out and of her personal space, so to speak. She's just, I mean, every character again in this game is viable, but with MARISA, in her case, you have to play damn near flawless or perfect just to advance in tournaments. Players to look out or view is Midori, Goldbanks, and Tamango Pack. Moving on to E.HONDA. E.HONDA is pretty much the gatekeeper of the low ranked players. Once you start getting to high or mid or high rank, a lot of people know how to stop or get in between his sumo headbutt and his sumo smash. I think Capcom needs to rework E.HONDA, so to speak, because he's too linear, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like playing him, because he just, I wouldn't say he's not fun to play, because a lot of people do play him. It's just that there's a lot of other characters in this game that that's more beneficial than E.HONDA at this time. When it comes to players, I would say Higikop, Prototype, and Slap Tier are good people to go to CFN and view their replays so you can level up your game. Moving up to DHALSIM. Oh man, DHALSIM is suffering in this game. He is suffering bad, if I have to say so myself. Anytime ZANGIEF is not scared of you anymore, then it's a problem. Due to the drive rush mechanic, it's easier to get in DHALSIM. Anybody can get in DHALSIM. Anybody can rush him down like effortlessly. I do have to say I do like all his yoga fireballs. Like, you know, he has his standard yoga fire, flame, yoga fire, and yoga arch, but also like his aerial fireball, yoga comet. I'm glad they brought aerial yoga float from Street Fighter 5, and his teleports are really good. But with that being said, the mechanics in Street Fighter 6 really don't do him any justice, and that's why he's suffering. Players to look out for or to watch so you can level up your game: UHC, Evil DHALSIM, and of course Mr. Crimson. Jamie. Okay. Jamie is suffering the same thing that stopped Hakan in Street Fighter 4. It's install. Anytime you have a character that has an install mechanic and their gameplay is centered around said install, it's hard and it's a slippery slope. Because if you buff it even ever so slightly, you can break the character or make the character broken. Or if you nerf it ever so slightly, you can make the character, you know, garbage in trash tier. So Capcom really has to make a decision. Me personally, they have to decide if they're going to have Jamie be able to start off with level 1 drink every round, or they're going to have it where the drinks carry over to the next round. If they do that, I hope they do the latter instead of the former. And when they do that, I hope that, you know, they have it where he like sobers up, so to speak. So like if he let's say in round 1 he gets up to 3 drinks, he gets a 2 drink penalty when you go into the next round. So if he's 3rd drink in round 1, round 2 he's down to 1 drink. And then let's say it goes to round 3 and he didn't take a drink after that, it goes back to 0. And that would be good, because honestly, quite frankly, no drinks in Jamie, he's D tier. 4 drinks into Jamie, he goes A. He goes straight to A. Just very good. He has access to all his moves, and he's just faster. It's a shame, really. As far as players to watch, Auto Madlock, Naro, and Boosie Boost. Up next in C tier, we have Kimberly, and we also have Lily. Going off with Kimberly, the reason why she's down here is because, well, she really doesn't have any get off me move. She doesn't have a reversal, and a lot of stuff that Kimberly tries to do, other characters do better. As far as rushing down, as far as getting in your face. Now, don't get me wrong. When Kimberly rushes you down, she can rush you down. I think a lot of people that's still playing Kimberly, you know, were former guy character specialists, but I won't say she's not good. She's just, like I said, there's other characters further up in the tiers that does what she wants to do and do it even better. With that being said, I do like her sprint, and I do like all the different moves that you can do out of sprint. I think she has some of the best, as far as cosmetically, some of the best super arts in the game. Like Bushing Beats, I like how it looked. Bushin Scramble, and her super art level 3, you know, Ninja Star Cypher. Like I said, they all look good, but she also suffers from damage scaling. She needs more damage, you know, to her moves and whatnot. Maybe Capcom can boost up her damages a little bit. I think they did, but I think they need to do it a little bit more, because she is really lacking and she's really suffering badly in that department. As far as players, Shirini and Hitori, those are players you can look on CFN and try to, you know, level up with. Moving on to Lily. Look, I played Lily. I took Lily to offline tournaments. You know, I'm a former T-Hawk main. Of course I was going to play with Lily. Of course I was going to main her. But she's too, you know, I'm not biased when it comes to tier list. She's in C tier. She's too linear. And the running joke is she's only good. She only got the best button in the game, which is crouch and fierce punch. And it's kind of true. But with that being said, much like the rest of the people that's in C tier and D tier. You got to play perfectly, flawlessly to do well in offline or online tournaments in Capcom Cup. I mean, you have to play perfectly to a T. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Like I said, a lot of people don't play her because she's boring and she's too linear. Players that you need to look, you can look up on CFN is KG Cog, Hibiki the Beast, and Chakotay. Look, let me say something to you. A lot of you have been mispronouncing Chakotay's name. That is his actual name. His father named him after the character from Star Trek Voyager. I know his father very well. We used to play in the same arcade when we were teenagers. Chakotay is one hell of a player, damn good pro player, and a very good Lily main. It just irks me when I see stream how they just butchers his name. It's Chakotay. Chakotay. That's all it is. I just wanted to throw that out there. And now we're going into C tier. And in C tier we have Manon, Ryu, Chun-Li, Terry, Luke, and Blanka. Manon is down here because her stubby normals, and she just have difficulty fighting all the tiers above her. With that being said, I like the fact that her medals carry on over to rounds, and that is a scary thought. And I wish that Capcom would do the same thing with Jamie, but that still doesn't help her as far as getting higher up in the tiers. She has her normals is okay. I mean, well, as far as when I say she has stubby normals, it's because, you know, they're not really plus. They're, for the most part, they're more negative. But she does have the reach with her limbs, and she's quite okay. She has an okay drive rush. She can get in. It's just she got to work really, really hard. Like I said, she suffers the same thing like Kimberly. She got to work really, really hard to get what she needs to get done. And there's other characters that does what she do, but better. Players to look out for, or to look at their replays, is Joey, FGC, IDOM, and Takikawa. Ryu. Second game where Ryu is just not up to snuff, you know what I'm saying? He's not mid-tier. I mean, well, he's kinda, but he kinda not. I mean, but don't get me wrong. I mean, Kusanagi just won a major with him. But the other Shotos, his Shoto brothers are better than him. And that's to say the least. I mean, he's still viable, but he's not a main or solo main character to use. Now, he could be, like I said, the B tier are like pocket characters, you know, and they're secondary. And Ryu is a secondary character. Have good matchups. Can fight most of the cast on a decent way and go even with a lot of them, but he just gets blown up. If you blow him up, you blow him up bad. With that being said, he do have some flashy combos. I like his combos, and he also, I think he has, as far as his throw loops, he has one of the best throw loops in the game. Players to watch: MDZ Jimmy, Kusanagi, and Yaz. Chun-Li, man, she was top 5 in season 1. What happened? Well, people adapted and people learned how to go against her, and then, you know, Capcom nerfed her damage scaling. But with that being said, she's still a good character. Still can get in. Still can zone out characters, and still can able to formulate a master plan against most of the cast. I really like I said before, the World Warriors are very fleshed out this in Street Fighter 6, and she's one of them. Especially her Serenity move, which is quarter circle back with punch, and then you can go into like different moves with that. It's almost like a change stance almost, but she's still a good character, but she's fallen a little bit I think they need to add more damage to her, some of her combo enders. But other than that, she's where she's at. She's in B tier. The players, Goichi, Moki, of course, and then Filipino man. Terry's my main. I like him. I enjoy him, but I will say this: he's not the worst character in the game. I don't care what Mago says. A lot of people, especially Japan, has him like really low, bottom low, but I say he's not. He has not been brought to his potential, and the reason why a lot of people play him like Street Fighter 6 or play him like other characters in Street Fighter 6. You shouldn't play him like the other characters in Street Fighter 6. You really should be playing him like King of Fighters, KOF, and in particular KOF 2002 version of Terry. But I digress. I will say this: he has his medium kick, his crouching medium kick is as good as Ken's. His corner carry is amazing. He has some of the best corner carry in the game. His power wave, it takes some time to get used to or familiar with. But another thing, a lot of people, he's a gatekeeper as well. In low ranks, he can abuse people, but in high ranks, a lot of people know how to defend against his power wave, against his burn knuckle and his crack shoot. With that being said, this character he excels in burnout. Whenever he's in burnout, he's one of the few characters who can handle his own and stand his ground in burnout and don't let you be in burnout. His round wave loop when you're in burnout is just ridiculous. When you're not in burnout and you're in the corner, his power charge loops is just ridiculous. Like I said, a lot of people have not fleshed out this character, but when people start fleshing out this character, I expect him to go up at least one more tier. People to look, Kentaro, the number one Terry right now. I'm Space Boy and Mr. Wolf. Going up to Luke. Luke is still good, but ever since they nerfed his crouch and medium punch and brought down some of his damage scaling, people have been leaving him in droves. I mean, he's still a good Shoto-like character, and he's still good, but I think a lot of people need to stop playing him like Street Fighter 6 and just implement, KOF or SNK style play with him. I'm just saying. He it's something about him. He fits like that. But as soon as I picked him up the very first time in Street Fighter 5, I was like, yo, this is an SNK character. And I think if people put in that mindset, especially now with Drive Rush, I mean, you'll see. But I mean, his Sandblast, that's his fireball projectile, is fast. It's really good. Flash Knuckle is still good. It's just that people, with the DLC characters coming out and the power creep is a real thing. They start playing with other characters that do better than what Luke used to do. I mean, since he's been nerfed. I will say this: all three of his super arts are just amazing. He has the three best super arts in the game, as far as cosmetically, as far as production. It's just, I love all his super arts. They're very good. Players to go to CFN replays to look so you can up your game. I got nothing, dog. I got nothing. Everybody left him. I got nothing. No other Prodigy is playing AKUMA. Army is playing AKUMA. I think Chris Wong is playing AKUMA. Drop in the comments. Tell me who you think plays Luke still. Blanka. Blanka was considered top 6 in the game since season 1, but since his nerf, as far as his drive rush headbutt, and as far as his damage scaling, has been nerfed considerably. People have been dropping him, and he's not as good as he used to be. With that being said, I mean, he's still good. He's just not as broken or semi-broken as he was in season 1. I mean, his corner combos, his corner mix-ups are still good. thanks to BLANKA-chan. It's just that now instead of hitting you with 2 hits, you got to add additional 3 or 4 hits to get the job done. And I think a lot of people don't want to work harder; they want to work smarter. So that's why a lot of people have dropped BLANKA. Like I said, all in all, the character's still good, but people are like, nope, we're not doing it. Players to go look, or to go view their replays. Again, I got nothing. Everybody leaving the character. I mean, Nishikin, that's about it, but good luck. Moving on to A tier, we have DJ, JP, Aki, Juri, Zangief, Ken, and Guile. DJ, like I said, in season 1 he was top 5, easy, maybe top 3, but due to a nerf, especially nerf to his Just Cool, he's been dropping. I mean, and then when I say dropping, okay, he dropped 1 tier less. Okay, he's still a good character, very phenomenal character. I mean, his fences still work. His still has the fastest drive rush in the game. Air Slasher still good. Jackknife Maximum still good. I mean, it's still good put together character, but thanks to DLC season 2 and additional characters coming into the game in the roster, they do better. They have better optimization than DJ, but he's still good. Players to look at is Xian, of course, from Singapore, and C-Town 88. JP, man, was the best character in season 1 by far, but thanks to nerfing his crouching heavy punch and nerf to OD amnesia, thank God, he's been normalized and he's been brought down, but he's coming back up a little bit. He's coming back up a little bit because they kind of slightly buffed his crouching fierce. I guess they over nerfed it and they was like, nah, this is not good, and gave him another maybe 1 or 2 different newer combo routes, and he's coming back. A lot of people that dropped him are coming back to him, but some of them are still not because the other DLC that came out is better. But I mean, he's still a good character. Still, he's a well-rounded character. So, players to go look: Taki Taki Piano, Juicy Joe, Aki. Man, when she first came out, people was not feeling her. She was not good. And now she's, due to a slight tweak, I won't say buff, I say tweak. A slight tweak to her playstyle and to certain of her moves, and she's up there. And people are fleshing her out now. She's very fun to play because, ironically, due to her playstyle, at first I didn't think I would like her, but she's very fun to play. Very good, very sound character. You should try her if you never tried her before. A lot of people was complaining about her Nightshade Pulse, which is her fireball. It was too slow, but I think that was perfect because even though it's slow, you can set it up. You can set up her Nightshade Chaser. That's her follow-up. Or you can do Orchid Spring, if you want to, set up traps and keep them off of you. Or you can go into, what is that move? Snake Step to rush people down. Like I said, she's a good character. You should try her. A lot of people, especially in low ranks, they don't know how to use Sinister Slide well. So if you're in low ranks and you're hard stuck and you're trying to use Aki, I suggest that you go into the lab and you try to use Heal Strike. Get your Heal Strike combos down pat. That would help tremendously. And your anti-airs. Players to look is Broski and Baidu. Moving on to Juri, the $1 million character. Between her and CAMMY, these two characters, they're always under the radar. Or when I say under the radar, I mean Capcom just don't nerf them. They just ironically skip through the nerf, from being hit from the nerf bat. They get through unscathed. This character is good. The character is really, really good. Got Oki, got good normals, can rush you down, can really put the hurting on you, especially if she activate her Super Art 2, which is her Feng Shui engine. Character is really, really good. Just amazing, you know what I'm saying? Her Ten Shinring, which is her DP with a punch button, is very good. I like all three versions. I don't see nothing wrong with this character. The only reason why she's in A tier is because a lot of the characters before, before her are very more optimal and do more damage. Players to look at is Nephew, Just a Kid, and Ai, or Mago. I think he's still playing JURI. Zangief. What can you say about Zangief? First they buffed him, then they nerfed him, then they Buffy nerfed him. And like, I mean, what can you say? I mean, the character is good. I mean, he will punish your drive meter like ridiculous, and that's with his unique attacks. I mean, like I said, they pretty much Buffy nerfed his knee hammer, and his headbutt just eats away at your drive meter, just eats away. Then his back fierce punch got it's a tank. It has armor, one hit of armor. It can stomach a projectile. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed that his headbutt nullify projectiles in Street Fighter 5, but his back fierce does that now. I remember when he was coming out, everybody was like, "Where's his banishing flat, aka green hand?" But you don't hear that no more. He don't need it. He combos into grabs now. He just, especially into his level 3, he's just put together. Just a good character now. People to look, of course, is Snake Eyes, Itzizan, Zangief, and Pongief. Moving on to Ken. I still like Ken. I'm still using Ken. I mean, I'm maining Terry, but I got a pocket Ken. I mean, everybody has a pocket Ken nowadays, don't they? But all in all, I really liked Ken. I mean, when I say I like Ken, I really like how his moves. I like all his moves. I like how it just flows effortlessly. You know, some people say he's the best Shoto. Other people says he's not. You know, but Ken mains need to grasp reality. A lot of people hate your character, and a lot of people think he needs to be nerfed. And Ken be like, no, Ken mains be like, he need to be a buff. No, he don't. He's just good. As far as his new move, Dragon Lash Kick, I love it. I just love it. It reminds me of Kyo's Red Kick from King of Fighters, and then also it fits his personality. His Jinrai Kick, I like that too. It fits his personality. Like I said, I like Ken. I like playing Ken. I like using Ken. I like seeing people use Ken. Just a good character. People to look, of course, is Takedo, Saf from Canada, and Dano from Australia. Moving on to the top of the A tier is Guile. Some people have him as S tier. I have him at high A tier. I mean, it's debatable. He can be an S or he can be in, top of A. Guile is very put together. He still meat potatoes. I mean, his Sonic Boom and Flash Kick, Somersault Kick is still, still A1 quality, high quality. I'm glad they brought Sonic Blade and Sonic Cross over from Street Fighter 5. That was good to add to his repertoire, because he only had 2 super moves. He needed some other stuff to add. His Dandy Puncher, or Solid Puncher as they call it in here, Super Art level 2 is good, but a lot of people stop using it. I wonder why. I think they're saying it's not good, but I think it's still good. I mean, I think it's still great. I mean, Sonic Hurricane is still good, but I think a lot of people got to figure out or formalize a master plan with his Solid Puncher, his Super Art level 2. Players, Lex, Knuckle-Doo, and Kaba. And here we are, S tier, the top 5. The top 5 characters in Street Fighter 6 and Season 2 in the tier list is none other than CAMMY, AKUMA, M.BISON, RASHID, and Ed. Start off CAMMY, like I said previously, CAMMY is blessed to get past the nerf bat time and time again. Very good character, very rushdown character, has the tools and necessary tools to get in, get out, put you on a poster pretty much. Spiral arrow, cannon strike, cannon spike, just very good. Hooligan combination, very, very good. Only thing that she suffers from is her quick spin knuckle was nerfed, but other than that, she's still good. She really didn't really need it. I mean, that's how good she is. Also, shout out to Capcom for implementing Street Fighter movie special move that Cammy had in that movie and putting it as her special art 2 or super art 2 Killer B spin. Appreciate that. Like I said, very good character. Players to watch, of course, CM Punk, Kazunoko, and Mothman. Moving on to Akuma, the best Shoto in the game, pretty much. Some people say that's debatable. They say Ken is better, but no. Japan says he's the best Shoto. He's the best Shoto, and I don't even mean to say it like that, but he does. His fireball game is ridiculous as far as his Go Hadoken, his Zenku Hadoken. I mean, it's fast. You can charge it. There's a reason why Daigo is using him instead of Ryu and Ken, because Daigo is the master as far as zoning out or spamming fireballs. And not even that, he's just a well put together character. His tatsus are very good, especially combo enders and cosmetically. His Go Shoryuken is good. I mean, they gave this man a command grab off of his teleport. That was ridiculous, and I like that. I like that a lot. His new move, which is called the Adamant Flame, quarter circle backward punch into forward punch. I mean, it's good combo ender, good damage dealer, which leads me to his supers, his specials, his super arts, his instant hell murder. Glad that that's back, and glad that it's level 3 when it's in critical art phase. His level 3 regular level 3 sip of calamity is good. But what I really like is his Appearance End, which is his super art level 2. It's very great, especially if you go into the combo. You can continue the combo after it's done. He's just a well put together character. He deserves to be in S tier. People to look as far as Daigo, of course, Chris Wong and Amy Darcy. But let's be real. Just put on a blindfold. Spin in the 720 degree angle, click on the button at CFN, and you'll find like 1,000 people in the Akuma army. So pick your poison, pick whoever you want, because everybody's playing Akuma, especially on the Eastern Hemisphere. Moving on to M.BISON, Dictator. Just ridiculous. I can't believe Capcom gave this guy everything. Psycho Crusher, especially OD Psycho Crusher, can go through fireballs. I mean, double knee press. I mean, they kind of nerfed it a little bit. Whatever. They nerfed it. They nerfed it and buffed it at the same time. It's still, double knee press is still ridiculously good. Me and my friend, we used to go back. I was like, man, they need to bring Paint the Fence. His move from Capcom vs. SNK 2, make it canon and put it in the Street Fighter 6 game. He don't need that. He got back fist combo. It's just as good. And not only that, he leaves a Psycho Mine on you, and then you gotta worry about that. I mean, then they changed the Shadow Rise. You don't even have to press down and up with punch. You just down and up and kick, and then you can decide if you want to do the head press or if you want to do Skull Diver. Or even Devil's Reverse. So he's good. His super arts, knee press nightmare is good. Psycho Punisher is very good. His level 3 does so much damage if you combo and you add it as a combo ender. He's just a very good put together character. Players to look at. Hot Dog, Problem X. I think Nemo's still playing him. But again, blindfold, 720, press the button, everybody's playing him. Between Akuma and M.BISON, everybody's playing them. Do what you do. Do what you will with that information. Up next, the last two characters, Rashid and Ed. They're 1A, 1B. Some people have Rashid as the number 1 character in the game. Some people have Ed as the number 1 character in the game. But in my tier list, we're gonna go Rashid next. Rashid is the I won't even say his second best character. He's 1B. Rashid is just ridiculous in the game. I mean, the hero of Street Fighter V is just ridiculous. I mean, spinning mixture is good. Eagle's spike is even better than it was in Street Fighter V. Whirlwind shot is even better than what it was in Street Fighter V. His projectile, it's just is better because if you charge it and you hold it down and you let it loose, then you can run after it. Boosts up his speed. I mean, honestly, quite frankly, Rashid is just like a SNK character in Street Fighter. I mean, he is. I've always thought that. And they made him even more ridiculous. He's playing like it's King of Fighters 13 up in here. It's just ridiculous. And then let's not even talk about. He has the best super art 2 in the game. That Yasar is just Capcom. This is even worse than OD Amnesia from JP. This, you can't block it. You can't parry it, and the only person who can get through it with no problems is Bison Dictator. But at the end of the day, a real good, if not great, Rashid player has a way around that. I mean, me and Lily, I can get through it with your. No, you really can't. You really can't get through it with Lily when her OD Condor Spire, because it's too slow. She's too slow, and Yasar is too slow. Now, if he speeds up the share to go across the screen fast, then you can get through it. But nobody's really using Yasar to kick it off like that to go fast. They're using it to go slow so they can set up a master plan to put you on to KO you. So that's why Capcom, please speed up Lily's OD Condor Spire, just so you can get through Yasar. If you're not going to nerf Yasar, at least buff that up with Lily. But yeah, Rashid is just ridiculous, bro. Just ridiculous. Players to watch: JB, Big Bird, John Takushi. You know, I think you can add Dual Kevin in there. It's just, yeah, I mean, Rashid is a really put together character. And finally, the last one on the list, Ed. Ed is just, I remember when Ed first came out, people was like, oh, this character is not that good, he's trash. They was giving him the same thing they said about Terry, same thing they said about Rashid. But Ed is just phenomenal. Ed is like the best character in the game. They didn't even buff on Earth, nothing. It just took time. It took time for people to realize how to play him. He's like one of the most difficult characters to master, but once you master him, and nobody stopping him. And then also, he has one of the best super art level 2s in the game. Psycho Cannon. You can speed it up, you can slow it down. I mean, I think that's what's really, well, not really in Ed's case, but Rashid, his super art 2 is just difficult to get around. But his is very good, and it does a lot of damage, and it helps him create some of the most stylish combos in this goddamn game. Every Ed has a different combo or a different Psycho Cannon combo, and I'm here for it. I love it. His kill rush is amazing. That's when you either press forward or back with kick buttons. I mean, I'm glad that Capcom made him a pugilist, a full-fledged pugilist this go around. It took me a minute to get used to his kick buttons, which is just flicker, which is understandable. Kind of reminds me of Steve Fox, the Street Fighter Cross Tekken version of Steve Fox, but he plays better. He's 100% better. His Psycho Flicker, I love it. Psycho Blitz is better. That's the 1, 2, 3. Instead of, and then I just like that Capcom made him a motion character instead of different buttons, and they had to because modern controls would just totally conflict if they kept them the same as they did in Street Fighter V. Players to watch. That's when it comes to Ed, Fudo, Lashar, Ending Walker. You can even put Takikara in there. I think he flip flops between him and Manon, but it is what it is. So there you have it. That is the tier list, mid-season. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. I did. I like doing tier lists. I just don't post them. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Constructive criticism is always welcome, But I appreciate you guys tuning in and spending time looking at my tier list. Let's go out there and level up, and let's get good in this game. Talk to you guys later.